Welcome to No Party with B and J, where we try to bring food for thought to the sensible thinkers. How you feeling today, Brenda?
I'm feeling good, especially after that blue wave.
There was definitely a blue wave this week. There's been a lot going on nationally as well as locally, so we're going to jump right into it. Okay, the government shutdown is affecting a lot of people. A lot of people here locally, SNAP benefits. It seems like the judges came in and said that they wanted the SNAP benefits to be put back in place. Trump has been bucking up against it. What is your view and thought about people who are starving for food right now?
Uh, I think people are going to become a little bit nicer. They're going to share what they get because we need those Democrats to stay out as long as they can for this health care. I know some people may be upset that they're out, and we're going to have to learn to kind of go without for a little minute. Maybe some particular things, but I think if they hold out, because if we don't get that health care, you're going to be losing more than just them food stamps. And I don't think they're really just going to bring those back either. If they find a way to cut that, and they're saying illegal immigrants are on there, which is not true. You can't get that if you're an illegal immigrant. And then the polling thing, they're hurting their base. Because if we look at the numbers, we got about 6 billion whites that are on there. So the black culture is the next, and then you have the Hispanic culture, which is about 15%. But the most that they're hurting their farmers, and they're hurting their constituents. So a lot of us, which are Hispanics and the blacks, we didn't been right here before, so it's not going to affect us as much. We know how to fix. I'm gonna say the base that they're going to hurt, and I think that's why we had the blue wave.
People want change. The blue wave came about with people wanting change, seeing what's going on in the government right now, and finally stepping up and doing something about it.
Yeah, I think people are tired. They're tired of the lies. He's saying that he's that the economy is good. He's saying gas is $2. I don't know what gas is that's $2 yet. He just said something about Walgreens. Not Walgreens, Walmart. He said Walmart, the Thanksgiving benefits, they're 25% cheaper. Well, I'm gonna say that's half truth.
We're not seeing it in our wallets. He promised the gas prices would go down, food prices would go down, but now people don't have their SNAP benefits. Prices are staying stagnant or going up, and it's hurting everyone.
Well, he's talking about the statistics too. He's saying, don't pay any attention to the statistics. Walmart, I'm gonna say the Fortune 500 and all that.
Wall Street.
The stock market. Sure. The stock market is holding its own.
It's booming.
But you can't address that by just the stock market. When people go to the store and they get that receipt, they see it. When you paying your rent and you got to make a decision between food and rent, you see it. And in the job market, you got people that are laid off. And like I say, on that with the Walmart, what they're not telling about the Walmart and why it is 25% less, used to get 21 items. Those 21 items have been cut to 15 items. And they're using the cost cut, the off brand, where they used to use name brand stuff. So that is the reason that it is cheaper. So that's why I'm saying he's telling the half truth. It is cheaper, but it's cheaper because it's less in there than it used to be, and you're using off-brand products.
And the other people you're going to see it start affecting immediately with the tariffs and with the SNAP benefits is some of these small business owners who own the grocery stores or the gas stations and accept the benefits.
Those SNAP benefits are really going to hurt them because they look at that. People spend. I mean, regardless of that.
There's certain stores that you go into that they cater to people who have SNAP benefits, and suddenly those people are not walking in the door.
Well, I'll say they cater to the SNAP benefits more than they do anything.
Right.
Because that's when they get the big stuff in. So you thinking they're going to have all these turkeys,
and
sweet potatoes and all that. They're going to have to find something to do with them because they already pre-ordered all this stuff. So I'm looking for those prices because they're going to have to get rid of them. So if you can't have it Thanksgiving, hold on because they're going to have to put those things on sale. So you will be able to get them because it's better to get some money than no money.
And bringing people together, one of the best things about this area or the Black community specifically, whenever somebody's hurting, it seems like somebody else reaches out and tries to put something else in play with kindness, generosity, and love.
They are. We got a lot of churches that have stepped up and they're giving away stuff. We got a lot of nonprofits. And for y'all that follow me, pay attention because I'm sharing all of that. It's a group, social club, Majestic Dimes. They were feeding 10 people. So I think they reached their quota. So you got a lot of people. We're not going to let our people starve. That's for sure. If you're hurting, just tell somebody. We're not going to let nobody not eat.
That's the way you've got to be. Now, this blue wave has really come in. Virginia, New Jersey, and New York had big Democratic wins over this past week on Tuesday. How do you think that's going to affect the national scene and about showing that people really want change?
Well, I think it did so change. Trump said because he wasn't on the ballot, but in all actuality, he was on the ballot. Because if he was, let's say, for instance, it wouldn't have been a blue wave. If they were for him and for what he's pushing right now, then the blue wouldn't have won in those bigger numbers. Which right now, like I said, I'm kind of upset with the Democratic Party because they're going to have to learn to fight differently because they keep trying to take a knife to a gunfight and the rules have changed. So they're going to have to learn how to fight. They need some gangsters in there right now, Justin. That's what I'm going to say.
They're starting to at least make a little change and using some of Trump's games and gerrymandering against him.
Yeah.
California, they're going to redistrict and redo everything in the same way that they did in Texas, but for the Democrats.
Yeah, that's some younger leadership. Democrats need some younger leadership. They got a lot of old people in there that need to step down and move on up out the way.
It's time for some change.
It's time for change. And they're going to have to get a leader because right now it's not really nobody that's leading that party. And what I'm going to say, we need leaders, even here and locally. We need people. I know people saying, I can't run for office. I don't know nothing about it. But guess what? I don't think they do either. They learning as they go. I mean, Trump says stuff every day that is not true. He does stuff that is illegal, you know. But the thing is, if you don't take them to court to get that win at the court, they can do whatever. And we have the same thing going on here locally. They're pushing a Trump agenda. And if you don't agree with that agenda, what I'm going to say is Sumner County needs some people to step up that is willing to lead. Because right now, if you get tired of going to that podium and asking for stuff, because let me tell you, at the end of the day, however many seats it is in the commission, however many seats it is in city council, school board, library board, it doesn't matter what you want. Those people are voting. And they are not voting like Sumner County has been wanting. There's some people, they want to leave this green area. They like this country town. But y'all got to realize, y'all got them 7 people on city council that is pushing an agenda. It doesn't sound like it's the people agenda because I feel like city council has been complained about more this time than I've ever seen.
Oh, they're on their backs because they're seeing that they're trying to hide things. They're seeing that they just don't want the truth out there. Pascal Jouvence has a lawsuit against Mayor Brown right now about not being able to use visual aids when he was simply trying to tell the truth, specifically about the 5th District and condos coming in, about what was going on. How do you feel about that in terms of silencing the truth locally and not letting the people's voices be heard?
Well, from my understanding, it was a picture that had already been circulated. It wasn't like it was a new one. I'm not understanding why she didn't. From my understanding, he had reached out and said he had something. I don't know if it was particular or what their protocol it is, but I feel like that needs to be fair across the board. If he's trying to prove a point, you're gonna have to use sometimes some visual aids to prove your point, because some people may not understand exactly how that works. So you may need to see.
Yeah, and if you've got something that shows it, why silence the truth?
Well, from my understanding, she agreed that he could show that stuff because he gave her 5 days.
Yeah, but then she went back on it almost immediately.
Well, he gave her 5 days, and then the lawyers asked for a little more time. She came back and she agreed that she would. And from what I saw is she got the backstepping on that, backpedaling on that. So he decided to move forward with that suit. So we're going to keep an eye on that and see what happens with that. But fair is fair.
Yeah, you got it.
If you're trying to get a point across to your constituents, and they might not understand, because we've been up there. Even when the voting with the liquor store, I've heard them say, while I was there, I've learned more about a liquor store today. You should have knew more about the liquor store yesterday before you voted. Because if this is something that you're voting on, why are you not investigating so that you know everything, all details before you even give that vote? And that's why I'm saying too, when you're voting, and we have to vet all 7. It don't matter what district that you live in, you're going to have to vet all of them. Because at the end of the day, when that one person may be in District 2 and the subject is in District 5, guess what? That District 2 person is also voting on what happens in District 5.
Absolutely.
So if we haven't vetted, I'm saying all of them, you got to talk to all of them and make sure what type of interest they have in your district. How can they help your district? Are they willing to help your district? Because right now, it don't seem like a lot of that is happening, Justin.
It's not. And then the city, the Chamber of Commerce and the city work hand in hand to make it look like the nicest place on earth, when a lot of the people that live here don't exactly feel that way. What was your take on the State of the City address that was sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce being a paid event? With it being a paid event, a lot of the people, specifically in District 5, couldn't afford to go, and then you have to pay to get in the room to hear about the city.
What I'm going to say about that, they said it was recorded. It was a type of luncheon that has always been a paid event. But what I'm going to say, and I'm saying why it is a paid event, is because they serve food and for the venue, so it's to cover those things. But what I'm gonna also say is, after it was sold out, you could have live streamed that because it was sold out. It couldn't be no more tickets. So that doesn't mean
to hear about it.
Correct. So that doesn't mean it might have been some people that wanted to buy a ticket and couldn't because it's sold out. So because it was sold out, I still think it should be. And even if you didn't have the opportunity to see it that day, that next day, it should have been possible for everybody to see that. You didn't make whatever money that you could make on that.
Absolutely. Okay, this has been another episode of No Party with B&J, and we're going to catch you on the other side.